Hello all. Our today's topic for discussion is OWASP dependency check. So let's start. Okay. In today's discussion, we are going to look into like what is SCA. Then we will see what is OWASP. Then we will also see what is OWASP dependency check, the tool. Then finally we will look at the demo part. So let's start with what is SCA. So today's software application heavily rely on open source component because we use many third-party components. Like example, maybe NuGet packages or npm packages. So we use this component mainly to save time because they have some functionality which we need, and creating those functionality from scratch will take time. So instead of spending that much time on creating this functionality, we consume third-party packages which are easily available. When we consume these third-party packages, so in case if say any third party package has any security related concerns which the development team might not be aware of, the development team which is working on that particular package, they might not be aware of it, or they might not have addressed that particular security concern. So with those packages, those concerns will come to our application as well, so it will put our application at risk. So we need to address that. We need to have some way to identify like which open source component we are consuming has this kind of security issues. In case if we go with the manual approach, like manually identifying what are the packages we are using and checking like with what kind of security concerns it has, so that process will take time, and that is not I will say the efficient way. So it will be great if we have some tool or some command line tool which can do this for us, or and which can be automated. So the process of analyzing these third-party components which are present within our application is called as a software composition analysis. So software composition analysis involves scanning all those dependencies which we have included in our project, identifying which have security concerns, and then notifying us. So it will create a report, it will generate a report, a proper readable report, and then we can check like what can be done to fix those kind of security concerns, or whether we can remove those packages directly, or in case if any update available for that package. So for this analysis, actually we have number of tools available in market now. So these tools are called as SCA tools. So SCA tools perform automated scans on our application code base, including related artifacts such as container and registry, to identify all the open source components, their licenses, compliance data, and any security vulnerability. So one of the main function of software composition analysis tool is to identify open source component with known issues or concerns. And a good SCA tool or a solution will not only tell you what open source libraries have known issues or concern, they will also tell you whether your code calls the affected library and will suggest you a fix. And they will also identify like what are the licensing scenarios are there with those open source components, and it will notify you. Okay, so now let's go and see what is OWASP. So let me just go to directly their web page. OWASP stands for Open Web Application Security Project. So it is an international non-profit organization dedicated to web application security. So it is an open community dedicated to enabling organizations to develop, purchase, and maintain applications and APIs that can be trusted. So and one of the OWASP core principle is that all their material be freely available and easily accessible on their website. So making it possible for anyone to improve their own web application security. And the material they offer, it includes documentation tools, videos, and forums. So it is a group of security experts and many developers who are working together to help other organizations to improve their securities as well. And their best known project is OWASP Top 10. What is OWASP Top 10? So there are many different security attacks happening daily. Hackers are finding different ways to attack the system. Out of those thousand different attacks, so the OWASP Foundation security experts, they list down top 10 attacks which are critical and need more attention, and they recommend that all organizations should work on them in order to minimize or mitigate the security risk. So if you just Google about OWASP top 10, you will get the list of top 10 security risks which are listed down. So yes, this is the list of top 10 security concerns which OWASP suggests other organizations to address in timely manner. So now let's go to dependency check tool and see what it is. So yes, this is the web page for same, and OWASP dependency check it is open source tool, software composition analysis tool available to all, and we can use it in Azure pipeline, or it is there is one command line utility which we can use to scan the projects locally as well. So now let's go to demo and see how we can use this tool in our Azure pipeline. Okay, so now we are on our Azure portal. So for today's demo, actually, I have created one new project that is patient dashboard. It is a web application, MVC-based web application. So we will the first step for us to configure this OWASP dependency check scan. So is to download that extension from a marketplace. So if you go to marketplace, yeah, just search for OWASP. Yes, so we need to download this particular extension. I have already downloaded it, but you can download it and then we can start with the remaining process. So they have actually given here all the installation and configuration setups we need to do. So it is very well documented here. So you can follow these steps or and your build will work perfectly fine. So let me just go and show you like how to configure it. So let me just go to pipeline, which I have already created. Yes, so it is working fine, but I have removed the tasks which are related to OWASP security scanning. So let's go and edit it. As of now, it's just a normal build which is running. So I will go and add OWASP dependency check scan. Yes, so this is the task which is available to us now. So click on add. I will run it just after build. So give it a proper name, project name you need to give. It is a compulsory field. So as of now, I will just write down security scan. Yes, then we need to provide the scan path. So we will be starting from our root directory. So let me just copy and paste the path here. We have option to select for what kind of report we want to generate. By default, HTML is selected. We will use JUnit as well. So in case if we want to publish this report, so we can use this JUnit format. I think then we are done. Yes. So now we will just save and queue the build. So I will use Windows 2019. Save and run. Yes. The scan might take some time, so I will directly show you the results. Okay, so the build is successful now. You can see all the tasks are green and everything worked fine. So let me go to that particular task related to dependency check. Yeah, so we will see all the logs. We have not passed any custom argument while for this particular scan. So we are just going with the plain scan. So and the reports will be generated in two format. One is HTML and the other one is JUnit. So the first step you can see it's checking for any update. So there will be some updates done to the whatever the database we have. So it will download all those updates. So this steps actually this particular step takes time. And if you come to the bottom, all updates are done. Then we'll go for scanning. So these are the steps it will be performing. So when it comes to scan, and you will notice that there is one statement they have specified. So it is a based tool for this third party dependency scanning, but this scan might contain some false positive or false negative, and they have some recommendation on their documentation. So when you go to, they have very good documentation. If you go to their portal and go through the documentation, they have specified like what you need to do or what steps you can perform in order to identify whether it is a false positive or false negative. So in case if the score is very low, so CVSS score, so this if that score is very low, so they say you can ignore that particular concern and go with the the findings which have the score higher. So yeah, and once the scan is performed, what are the dependencies of against which vulnerabilities will be reported? So the first preference will be to update those dependencies to the latest version, because the chances are the latest version will have the fixes. So now let's go to the report. We have published those reports in Artifactory. You can see, yes, these are published. So I will go to the logs again. Uh, yeah, let me open it. So this is the latest build. Yes, and yes, you can see there are two artifacts which are published. So if I go there, yes, under dependency check folder, we have two reports. One is HTML and the other one is JUnit. So let me open that HTML report. So you can see there were a total 7 unique dependencies which were scanned. Then there is one dependency in which it was able to find vulnerability, and it has also reported same here. So if you see, this is the dependency which has some issues, and you will see all the details related to it. And in case if you want more details, so you can go to this these links which are provided, and you can see like how you can reproduce it, or the details related to it, and what kind of attack can are possible with this particular dependency. So the suggestion will be, go and look for the latest available version of this particular dependency and download it. So yes, so I think that's it for dependency check. So you can go to their portal, documentation portal, and they have very good documentation, detailed documentation. In case if you have any queries or concern, you can ask me in the comment section. I will definitely answer them. I tried to keep this video small, so in case if you need any help with setting this up, this security scanner, or in case if you face any issues, so do let me know. I will answer your queries. So that's all for today. If this content helps you, do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It will help to grow the channel. The next video coming for will be using white source bolt. So the scan currently we perform is using dependency check. The other tool which now we will be using is white source bolt. So we will see that in next coming video. Thank you.